The New York Knicks were apparently taking calls about forward Kristaps Porzingis just 2 days before the NBA draft. The Vertical said that Knicks president Phil Jackson was fielding the calls from a bunch of teams once they heard that Porzingis might be made available. An ESPN report says the Lakers and Pacers had talks about a trade involving Paul George. Lakers aren't the only ones talking to Indiana, though. Cavaliers, Clippers, Rockets, and Wizards also reportedly having conversations about George. Spurs center Pau Gasol is going to opt out of his contract, according to the Vertical, but intends to sign a new deal with San Antonio. And finally, the Sporting News is saying the Rockets are trying to trade guard Patrick Beverley. Former Notre Dame QB Malik Zaire transferring to Florida. That became official today. Well, Phil Mickelson says he's splitting with his caddy Jim Bones Mackay after the two worked together for 25 years. I'm Dan Byer.
It's time for Clemson Sports Talk with Lawton Swan.
Ready, set,
just call me Swanee.
Tiger style. Tiger style.
Fine. Clemson Sports Talk has come back to Columbia. Hello, everybody. Lawton Swan back at it once again. 316 Greystone Boulevard. Fast-paced, action-packed, hurry up, no huddle. Sports Talk programming for you. Fox Sports Radio 1400 in the Midlands. Heard around the world on the iHeart radio application. Download it today. It's free. The Clemson Sports Talk app, also free. And, of course, you can be a part of this program over on our website, ClemsonSportsTalk.com. And we would love to have you join in the conversation. The rebranding of the website coming up in a couple of weeks. Excited about that. Lowell, the intern, in the building. But I'm not sure how he's going to be doing. I think he's probably emotionally spent after last night's episode of Raw where Big Cass and Enzo broke up. I guess you would say I didn't, what's the word I'm looking for here, watch it live, but there was so much of a buzz about the situation, Lowell the intern, I had to check it out, and I saw where your boy Big Cass broke up with Enzo. It was not pretty for the fans of those two guys. I thought Big Cass was a little SAWFT soft myself. There he is across from me, though, Lowell the intern. Lowell, what's going on, my man?
Bada boom. Saddest champ in the room. How you doing?
Oh, no. Poor Lowell. He's down in the dumps. Lowell, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
Man, I love those guys. But I think there's so many tag teams now that they're just in room on the roster right now, so they're going in different directions.
Well, the other thing from what I'm gathering is they're expecting a big push for Cass, expecting a big push for him as an individual.
And he's always been, Enzo's the talker. Cass is the one that's impressive in the ring, so it's not surprising that Cass would get the push.
Cass reminds me of Test, a more talented version of Test. Last night, Lowell, you weren't here, but get this. We had a chance here on Clemson Sports Talk last night, a unique opportunity to talk about a local wrestling operation with Shane Dorr, and that was Palmetto Championship Wrestling. Are you familiar with PCW, Lowell the intern, Palmetto Championship Wrestling?
Somewhat, a little bit.
Well, I've got good news, Lowell. I've got good news. I'm working on a loser leaves town match between the two of us. I may be getting that put together. That may mean you have to leave town, Lowell, because let's face it, when it comes to the squared circle, I'm not sure there's been anybody better than me outside of maybe the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Humble. Very humble.
Well,
I like it.
That's one of my best qualities, they say. You know what? I did tell Shane, though, he was on the program with us last night. I did tell him one of my dreams off the air, and I don't know, I mean, it's certainly my dream on the air and in real life, but something I've never done that I always wanted to do, just for once, I want somebody to give me an old Irish whip, and I don't know if you know that's what they call the maneuver to sling a guy across the ring, the Irish whip. Give him the Irish whip, and then I want to hit the ropes and come back off the ropes. Just once in my life, I want to do that. Have you ever done that, Lowell? You ever been in a ring?
I have not. I have not. I did have dreams as a child of running across the ring now.
Yeah, so I may get that opportunity. You know, one of their rings, he was telling me.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Are you going to be the one that like slides through the legs, or are you going to hurdle, or what are you going to do on the rebound?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I may take the clothesline. I may just take the
You're not going to
clothesline.
frog leap it?
No. I'll tell you what, though. One of their rings is the Fabulous Moolah's old ring because apparently the other owner is Fabulous Moolah's nephew, I believe, is what Shane was telling me. So really cool, man. They got an event coming up July the 7th out at Vive Church. It's called Revive 2. You know, a lot of these guys can't talk. I'm a talker. Give me a microphone. Maybe that's my new gimmick. Maybe I'm the guy out in front. Maybe I'm going like I told
Mouth of the South.
Well,
Mouth of the South, Lawton Swan.
That's been taken by Jimmy Hart. But
yeah, I know.
I am thinking maybe more along the same lines of, being the Rick Rude here in Columbia. Well, let me tell all you no good Gamecock fans about the best looking guy in town. I'm thinking that's the angle. Need I remind you, 56-7. Boo, the heel turn, Lowell.
If you could put on some weight, I think I could see you as a Paul Heyman type.
You think I should get the ponytail in back? Like Paul?
Yeah, absolutely. That's not even a question. Yeah, you go with the ponytail.
Can I get the old school? Remember when you used to carry the old phone, like the one that Zach from Saved by the Bell had? I need one of those, too, to hit somebody with. It's a loaded telephone.
Put on a little weight, get the ponytail.
Right?
You can be the advocate for somebody.
There was a guy that used to be in ECW. I don't remember his name. He wore a neck brace and called himself the quintessential stud muffin. Maybe that would be me. Maybe that's who I should be. 803-978-1832. Lowell, the intern in the building, hanging out with us here on the show that shakes the Southland. Lowell, one of the hot topics this offseason, obviously, what happens to the Clemson Tigers minus Deshaun Watson? What happens to Clemson, the team that visited the national championship twice, without their top signal caller? I mean, we can get into all the other positions, but I think you and I both agree that the single most important position in the game of football is the quarterback. So what happens with Clemson this year without Deshaun Watson? And we've looked at the schedule, and we've talked about how good we think this team could potentially be. But in an article with the Tampa Bay Times, Matt Baker went into some details on what other great teams had done in the year following losing their star quarterback. As a matter of fact, he looked at the last 11, what he called, quote, Clemson-like teams. Oregon, with Marcus Mariota, was 36-5, Lowell. 41 games, 5 losses. Mariota leaves the following season. Oregon's a 9-4 team. They lost nearly the same amount of games in the first year without Marcus Mariota that they lost in all the games that he played, 41. Florida State was 26-1 with your boy Jameis Winston, the crab cake wonder. Jameis Winston as the starting quarterback. They went 10-3 the following year. They lost more games the year after Jameis Winston left than they lost the entire 27 games that he quarterbacked them. The trend, Lowell, not good. Not good necessarily. It looks like teams traditionally get worse when they lose a great quarterback, no matter who they are.
Shocking.
Well, it's funny because I think when we look at Clemson, though, and we look at this year, we've all talked about how good this season could potentially be. Not many naysayers out there amongst the Clemson Tiger brethren. Will we find a team that did better the following season? That's the question. Will you find somebody, a team that managed to overcome the hurdle of losing one of their top guys?
I can think of one right off the top of my head.
We turn to Texas A&M. Johnny Manziel. 19-6. Now, I wouldn't personally put Manziel as a Deshaun Watson or even put Texas A&M as a Clemson-esque team. Johnny Manziel in 27 games was 19-6 with Texas A&M. The following season, they went 8-5. Baylor with RG3, Robert Griffin III, was 23-17 with RG3. That's hard to believe, right? 23-17 with RG3, 8-5 the year after he left. Stanford goes 31-7 with Andrew Luck, and this may be the best case that we've seen so far. They go 31-7 with Andrew Luck. The following season after Andrew Luck leaves, Stanford managed to go 12-2. Auburn with Cam Newton goes 14-0. Minus Cam Newton, they're 8-5 the following season. Florida State with Tim Tebow, 35-6 in his 41 games. The following year, they lose nearly as many games as they lost his entire career, 8-5 that following season. So again, another look at several programs: Florida State, Oregon, Texas A&M, Baylor, Stanford, Auburn. Rarely, even Florida, I guess I should include in that as well. Rarely do you find the year where a great quarterback steps away and the team continues to get better.
Can I give you one?
You can give me one.
How about Tennessee?
When Peyton Manning stepped away.
Right. 1995.
And T. Martin brings them to the national title.
1995, they go 11-1 under Manning. The next year, 10-2. The next year, 11-2. And then Peyton Manning leaves. They go 13-0, win the national title.
It's rare, but that would not fit in what they would label the last 11 Clemson-like teams, which may be the reason that team is not on the list, because you have to go back a good ways to find that. But yes, that is one. That is a great example of it. That is arguably one of the best examples of it, because I think we all recognize how good Peyton Manning not only was in college, but was professionally as well. 803-978-1832. Oklahoma went 24-5 with a guy named Sam Bradford. Yeah, pretty good college quarterback. The following season, they did go 12-2. So Oklahoma minus Sam Bradford continued to roll, much like Stanford did minus Andrew Luck. Notre Dame had Brady Quinn, who went 29-17. They went 3-9 the year after their star quarterback left. Texas was 30-2 with Vince Young. The following season, they went 10-3. Southern Cal was 37-2 with Matt Leinart in 39 games. The following year, they went 11-2. So what I do think you see is that schools like Southern Cal, Texas, Oklahoma, and Stanford, three of those, and I'm hesitant to include Stanford in this conversation, but Southern Cal, Texas, and Oklahoma, at the time of that transition from Sam Bradford forward or Vince Young forward or Matt Leinart forward, were loaded with talent on top of talent. And so what I think you see is that in a situation like Auburn, where they go 14-0 and then fall off to 8-5 the following year minus Cam Newton, the majority of these teams were more than just the quarterback. And the ones that were elite minus the quarterback seemed to stay elite. Like, Auburn fell off, but I'm not sure that Auburn team is what it was without Cam Newton.
No, it's not.
By any means.
I mean, the Clemson team who went 6-7 nearly beat that Auburn team down on the Plains.
You're right.
No, that Auburn team wasn't that good. They had a very good player to carry them.
Don't tell that to the Gamecocks at the SEC championship game. That was a different matchup, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was insane. But I mean, you think about some of these teams.
Yes.
Okay, like the Stanford, their system is one that you can carry on. It's kind of a plug and play type of situation. Quarterback, because the quarterback really isn't that important to their system. Their defense and running the ball. That's what they like to do. Now, if you get a really good quarterback, that makes your offense that much more dangerous, but they can win without having good quarterback play. I mean, a team like USC, you can plug and play at the quarterback position back then because look at the talent that was all over those rosters.
The good news is nearly half of these teams actually did win 10 games the following year.
Sure.
I mean, that's the one. If you're Clemson, you're looking at your schedule, and now you even have a chance to play in more games than these teams were allowed to play in. But Southern Cal won 11 the following season. Texas won 10. Oklahoma won 12. Stanford won 12. Florida State won 10. And Oregon won 9. I mean, you almost had more than half of them win double-digit games.
I mean, there's Oregon teams just like Auburn, those Oregon teams really weren't that good. If you go look at Oregon's recruiting classes over the past 10, 15 years, even Chip Kelly couldn't recruit at Oregon.
How fun were those teams to watch, though?
They were. They had a great system.
Man, it was fun
and they
to watch.
And they got a really, really good player, which elevated their system. Look, those Oregon teams weren't that good. They didn't recruit that well, but they got a really good player with Marcus Mariota. That elevated them to another level. Now, this isn't to discount the impact that Deshaun Watson had on Clemson.
I think you're discounting Deshaun Watson. Go ahead.
But, I mean, Deshaun Watson clearly, from Taj Boyd to Deshaun Watson elevates your system to a whole other level. But here's the other aspect of it. The defense that Clemson has built now, from the Taj Boyd days to the Deshaun Watson days, is on a whole other level as well. The offensive line is on a whole other level. The skill position players are on a whole other level. Like, even with when you had Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins, those were like the only two really playmakers you had out at wide receiver. Now you have playmakers all over the field.
Sure.
So, yes, having a quarterback that can elevate you is nice, and you see what it's done for Clemson. Deshaun Watson elevated you to a national championship. But even without Deshaun Watson, your system is still in place, and you've still recruited well enough that you're not going to have too far of a drop. I was just reading the article. I don't know that you pull off a stretch like it says of 32-3 again. That was insane.
Yes.
But I also don't think you're suddenly going to turn into a 500 program.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see the regression to an 8-5 season or anything like that. I mean, I think this is one. The schedule is very suitable for this team. They've got some big matchups in this. I talked about late last week. If you survive September, the opening 5 games of the season, and obviously you're going to survive it, but I mean, if you come through that unscathed, maybe you've got one loss. You're 4-1 at the end as you turn the calendar over to October. You're feeling really good about where you are.
Well, and here's the thing, too. You can afford to take one of those losses early, as long as it's to a team who's going to do pretty well, like people expect Auburn to, or Louisville, who should be pretty decent again, because of some of the matchups that are going on early in the season.
Right.
Either Florida State or Alabama is going to have a loss after the first week of the season. Some of those big matchups help you out and kind of give you leeway as far as being able to take a loss goes, combined with the playoff system. So having a loss is okay. It's not a death sentence at that point.
803-978-1832. If you want to react to that, you can. If you're thinking about getting your license plate, that's right, you heard it. Not your Clemson Sports Talk license plate. That would be spectacular if we could get that taken care of. But your Clemson National Championship license plate, the good news is they went on sale today. We'll update you when we come back on exactly how you can put your grubby little fingers on a championship tailgate or a championship license plate. I got to admit, I took a long, hard look at it earlier today. I did not pull the trigger. 803-978-1832 is the number. We also come back here on the show that shakes the Southland, taking a look at Lincoln Riley over at Oklahoma again, coming in at 33 years of age. And you talk about how young and youthful he is heading into this opportunity at a power program. It is so rare. We've even seen guys like Lane Kiffin in the past be challenged with taking over a program like the Oakland Raiders, and you know how difficult it can be in a lot of respects for young guys to really transition into that role. We'll talk about some other players or former coaches who have done it. Of course, one name that we talk about here quite a bit, Danny Ford. Danny Ford, who took over at Clemson back in 1978. 803-978-1832. We shake the Southland with you in 3 minutes here on Fox Sports Radio and iHeart Radio. Need custom shirts, hats, or uniforms? How about promotional giveaways for your business or organization? Need fast turnaround times? Look no further than Meridian Printing and Promotions. Located in Lexington, they provide an in-house art department, in-house screen printing, and in-house embroidery services to the Midlands and beyond. For the absolute best quality products and services, contact Meridian Printing and Promotions, 785-4990. Check them out online, mbspromo.com.
Love it raw? For the freshest sushi in town, Sakatumi Grill and Sushi Bar, 807 Gervais Street in the Vista. Sakatumi's flavorful grill for non-sushi fans features the Kobe burger, filet and lobster, chicken hibachi, and more. Fresh sushi, flavorful grill, Sakatumi Grill and Sushi Bar, sakifresh.com.
For 28 years, the professional staff of the Hobbs Group and Hobbs Group Advisors has been dedicated to helping others achieve their financial goals by delivering quality, objective financial and accounting solutions to a diverse client base of individuals and businesses all over South Carolina. We offer tax and audit services, bookkeeping, payroll, litigation support, employee benefits, personal financial planning, investment management, and insurance services. Please call us at 803-799-0555 or visit our website, hobbscpa.com, to learn more about our people and services.
Tiger fans, look no further than the Tiger Sports Shop in Clemson for all your game day gear. Since 1974, they've brought you everything Clemson for the Clemson fan, with quality brand names such as Nike, Under Armour, Antigua, Ping, and many more. From hats to t-shirts to tailgate, the Tiger Sports Shop has all the Clemson apparel a true Tiger fan needs. With 2 convenient game day locations in Tigertown, shop where I shop at I Am Ibrahim's Tiger Sports Shop. They fuel the passion of Tiger fans everywhere. Check them out online, tigersports.com.
Follow Clemson Sports Talk on Twitter at Clemson Sports. Now more of Clemson Sports Talk. Take it away, Dad.
Weeknight, 6 to 8 p.m. Fox Sports Radio, the iHeart Radio app. I'm Lawton Swan, sitting across from me every so often, Lowell the intern. Again, we mentioned before the break the fact that you can now go out and get your Clemson National Championship. Well, this is if you live in the state of South Carolina. You can go out and get your Clemson, South Carolina license plate. That sounded like it's a Gamecock plate. Your Clemson National Championship license plate. If you live in the state of South Carolina, you can go out and get those now. Really, really, really good looking. Just taking a look at it real quick over on the scdmvonline.com. That's scdmvonline.com, their website. I did look at it earlier today. I put in I had it all typed up, everything. And some of you guys are going to go, Swanee, don't be such a cheapo. But I started thinking, I'm like, man, $70 every 2 years, plus the additional regular registration fees. And I started thinking about how much I hate paying those other additional registration fees. And then I looked at the vanity plates, and they're cheaper. And I was like, hold up now. So I could just get a vanity plate like Tigers #1 or something. I'm sure that's taken, but I could maybe be creative and use my incredible wit and charm to come up with something great for half the price. I was like, what? $70? Lowell, what do you think? $70? I thought it was a bit expensive. Not a one-time $70. Every other year. $35 a year to roll around with that national championship sticker on your license plate. I've already got a national championship logo on my wife's car. I've already got a personalized tag, Tiger style. Lowell, would you go all in on the $70? Clemson Craig's chiming in. He says, already got it purchased, already ordered, ready to go. The other reason I was hesitant too, if I may, I know how the state is about some of these things, and my tags don't renew or whatever until September, I think. And I didn't want to renew today and get this new tag and then have them in September be like, well, hope you enjoyed year one. Because I know as a person who has purchased a vehicle before, you do that whole transfer of the tags game so that you save yourself a little bit. Because the way we get gobbled up here in the state of South Carolina with those expenses. And I did not want to order it today. And in 8 months they go, well, or what month is this? June, July, August, September, October. In 4 months have them go, well, we hope you enjoyed that first year, Swanee boy. Hope that $35 for 4 months was good. If I do get it, it will be after my tags or right at the time my tags need to be renewed. But I hesitated on it. I held back. I was at the purchase page, Lowell. I couldn't pull the trigger. It just didn't make sense. Would you get one, Lowell? The national championship license plate?
In my current situation, no, I would not.
No, you would not.
Not right now.
Yeah.
Can't afford it.
Yeah.
But sure, if I had the money, yeah, I'd go in on it.
Well, so think about this for a second. And I'm not trying to discourage anybody from buying it. So it's basically $35 a year, right? So $3 a month. Is it worth a third of the price of your Netflix to drive around with that license tag on your car, or you can just buy a Clemson Sports Talk sticker? Or, excuse me, a national championship sticker. You can also get a Clemson Sports Talk sticker as well. Nothing wrong with that. I couldn't pull the trigger, man. Maybe I'm just not a big baller like my man, the reprehensible father is, whose name I shall not speak on the airwaves. I'm just not a big baller, apparently. I looked at it and I was like, $70? I don't mind doing it this time, but the next time that thing came around, I know I was going to be irked when that bill came in from the county or whoever makes me pay that license tag fee. I was going to be like, man, really? Again? Hit me, baby, one more time. I mean, that's the way I felt about it. I feel like I was getting slapped around a little bit. I'm looking at the other ones for like $30. I can support education for $54. It's incredible. It's incredible. But they do look good. Think about this. South Carolina still got their national championship license plates from their baseball titles. Those go for $70 too. Wouldn't you think those would be a little bit cheaper? They're aging, right? It's not quite a decade old, but it's closing in on it. It will be shortly. 803-978-1832. Again, you can be a part of the program. ClemsonSportsTalk.com. Swanee is the Grinch, apparently. Swanee is the Grinch, according to reports on social media, because I didn't go all in on the Clemson Tiger license plate. I have to admit I debated it. And I debated going in early on it because here's what I knew. I knew that I was one of the first people to get the email, which meant I might could have been one of the people that got one of the really low numbers. You know, you're rolling around with 0001. You're like, first guy in. First guy in. I'm going to be rolling around with like 5765. I'm going to be a high number. I may hold out for the hope that I land at about 6317. I may wait for that. Or 5607. That's what I'm holding out for. If somebody asks me, forget the whole Swanee's a cheapskate thing, Lowell. If anybody asks why didn't Swanee go ahead and order that Clemson National Championship license plate, it's because he was waiting for a strategic number. He's hoping to get one that's not only great for Clemson, but ribs Gamecock Nation a little bit while he's driving. I can dream, can't I? A fella can dream. Chat room's open. If you go over to Clemson Sports Talk right now, you can hit join the conversation to be a part of it over on our Slack channel. That's a lot of fun. Of course, always good to have Lowell, the intern, in the building. He is slowly, I think, coming around from his sadness on what took place with the WWE last night with his boy Cass and Enzo breaking up. O-line is on the line with us tonight, peeking over the fence. O-line probably has a South Carolina Baseball National Championship tag on his car. O-line, what's up?
No, I don't put anything on the cars but what the prison makes, man. And you probably can get a South Carolina football tag for $12. I mean, the baseball tag may sell for $70, but you probably get that football tag for $12 right now. Hey, I would love to see you talking about the wrestling.
Yes.
In a cage match with Big Orange's Bobcat and you.
Me and the Bobcat in the cage?
You and the Bobcat, man. And did you call Jameis, did you call him Crab Cake Wonder?
I think I called him the Crab Cake King or something, maybe. What else?
Was it Crab Leg Wonder?
No, it was Crab Cake. I definitely used Crab Cake. I know that.
I think it would be Crab Take.
That
instead of cake.
The Crab Take. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt.
You know, you talking about the quarterback and then leaving in the record?
Right.
Just right here in Columbia, Connor Shaw, 2013, 11-2. 2014, 7-6.
There you go. It's a great point, O-line. Thank you, man. That's another great reference there to the quarterbacks and how valuable they are. Absolutely right. You can't deny how good Connor Shaw was for South Carolina's program. 803-978-1832. I know Big Kev's on the line. Is that Big Kev the Giant Killer by any means? No? Not Kevin Nash?
I don't think so. I don't think it's Kevin Nash.
We'll find out here in about 3 minutes when we come back from break. Plus, we'll talk a little bit about Lincoln Riley, which we teased last segment. If you tease it, Swanee, you got to pay it off. That's what the suits tell me here at iHeart. We're coming back with more of the show that shakes the Southland. For Lowell the Intern on Twitter, he's at Lowell the Intern. I'm Lawton Swan at Clemson Sports. Stay with us.
When a stroke happens, every second counts. So don't drive and call 911 to get to the emergency department as soon as possible. At Lexington Medical Center, we're pleased to serve our community. As a certified primary stroke center, our acute stroke team rapidly evaluates patients and provides them with the fastest treatment possible. This specialized care limits the chance of brain damage and gives stroke patients a better chance of full recovery. Act quickly at the first sign of a stroke and count on the Stroke Center at Lexington Medical Center to provide you with the best possible care.
Our customers receive the best heating and air conditioning service in South Carolina. Hi, I'm Tim Mosley, and I can make that statement because that's what our customers tell us every day. We call it quality confirmed. Call us at 803-233-7172, and we'll call you when the job is done to confirm we met your expectations. That's quality confirmed. We're Carolina Conditions, and we're committed to meeting your expectations. 803-233-7172. Call us at 803-233-7172.
Looking to get away without having to spend a whole day traveling to your destination? Ocean Reef Resort offers 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom accommodations with the comforts of home and boasts the best oceanfront views. Experience not only our pools, hot tubs, and lazy river, but also our delicious on-site banana boat lounge and cafe, family game room, fitness center, banquet facilities, and much more. Visit us at oceanreefmyrtlebeach.com or call us at 1-866-935-0530 to learn more. Your pet deserves high-quality health care. Your pet deserves the friendly, professional doctors and courteous staff at Midland's Veterinary Practice. We treat you and your pet like family by listening carefully to your concerns and addressing your pet's long-term healthcare needs. With the use of our latest state-of-the-art technology, like a therapeutic laser, we offer alternatives to drug therapy. At Midland's Veterinary Practice, we care for the most valuable pets, yours. Visit us at midlandsvet.com on Facebook or Twitter, or contact us at 750-7387, 750-PETS.
The showers and thunderstorms will wind down overnight. There will be some clearing, and the lows will be in the mid-70s. Tomorrow, a lot of clouds, not too many showers, and highs topping out in the low 80s. For Channel 25 ABC Columbia, I'm Chief Meteorologist John Farley.
This report is brought to you by Midland Air Service Experts. Is your AC not as cool as it used to be? Contact Midland Air Service Experts and save $55 on a precision tune-up. Regularly $124, now $69. Call Midland Air Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. That's 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Welcome back to Clemson Sports Talk, your iHeart Radio home for the Clemson Tigers, winners of the 2017 National Championship game.
Just a little bit longer. Please, 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 please tell
love you'll stay just a little bit longer with us here. Fox Sports Radio 1400, the iHeart Radio app, Lowell the Intern, at Lowell the Intern. And if you have an Amazon Echo device, you want to make sure that you enable a couple of really unique skills for it. One, simply go on your, I don't want to say the word, your Amazon Echo, and say the trigger phrase and tell it to enable the Clemson Sports Talk skill. You can also tell it to enable the Clemson Sports News Brief skill, I believe. If not, go to your Alexa app on your phone, search for Clemson, you'll find us. We also have a college football skill that's out there as well, and it's taken off. That one's huge, as they say up north. Huge. I think, hold on now. Big Kev. This is not Uncle Kevin, is it? So this could not be huge, is what you're telling me. All right, Big Kev, what's going on, man?
What's going on, fellas?
I'm good, man.
Man, hey, you were talking about the coaches a while ago and being young. I don't know how old Dabo was when he got the job, but I tell you what, Dabo right now is setting the standard of the kind of coach you want, to me.
Sure.
To me, Dabo, I believe every player on that team will run slam through a brick wall for Dabo, and I know he'll do the same for them. And if you can get that kind of coach these days, you're going to win ball games.
Sure. No, you're right.
And now, like this year, okay, we've seen Deshaun Watson for 3 years now. And now we go to, I guess, Kelly Bryant's going to be the starter for him. And I saw him in high school play ball, and I thought he was pretty good then. But I just want to get y'all thoughts on this year's team and Kelly Bryant and starting running back.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, Big Kev. Thank you for listening to the program. That's going to be one of the really unique things I think to watch play out this year, Lowell, is that quarterback battle. Hunter Johnson, who came in early, has had opportunities, got reps. I thought he looked okay during the spring game. I didn't think he looked great. Matter of fact, I thought the best-looking player is the guy that nobody believes could play at all, and that would be Tucker Israel. Kelly Bryant had an injury very early on that probably affected him quite a bit. But we know what Kelly Bryant brings in terms of his athleticism and his ability to pull the ball down and have, I'm hesitant to say breakaway speed, but for a quarterback, he's got elusiveness that you don't typically see from quarterbacks. He's more of the dual threat quarterback than even Deshaun Watson was. But there are big questions about and big concerns about his downfield passing game. And I think Hunter Johnson, as we've heard from the coaching staff, is obviously much more athletic than people probably thought he would be coming in out of Brownsville, Indiana. Now the question becomes, as we sit here, over the next month and a half before they get into fall camp, which of these guys, Zerick Cooper, Hunter Johnson, Kelly Bryant, which of those three, I hate to discount Tucker, but I think you have to at this point, which of those three guys works the hardest doing the little things to prepare themselves for fall camp? And then once that hits, who, when the lights are on and this team's, and you're under fire, who can deliver in the clutch? I mean, that's what it's going to come down to. Who doesn't cost you games? Who protects the football and makes the best choices? I need Connor Shaw in 2017 on my team. I don't need Deshaun Watson. And that's no offense to Connor Shaw. But I need a kid who is going to protect the football. I need a kid who's going to make good, smart, heady decisions with his arms and his legs and put my team in situations to win games. I don't necessarily need a guy to go out there and win the games for me. I need you to keep me in position to win these games. And I'd like to see the defense be more productive this year. In terms of the running back spot, I think right now it's still C.J. Fuller's to lose. Adam Choice, you might recall before his injury a couple of years ago, was the starting running back at Clemson, but Adam, for whatever reason, just hasn't looked like himself since his injury. And then ultimately, Tavian Feaster, has got to emerge at some point this year as a weapon for Clemson. And I'm not openly critical very often of the two offensive coaches, Jeff Scott and Tony Elliott, but I will be in this situation. I didn't think in 2017 they were fair, in my opinion, or gave enough opportunity to Tavian Feaster catching the ball out of the backfield. Maybe he has terrible hands and they found that in practice he couldn't do it, but that's a kid I think last year you could have gotten the ball in space more often than Clemson allowed him to catch the ball in space. They never threw him a swing pass. Anything that they did that was done for C.J. Spiller as a freshman was never done for Tavian Feaster in 2017.
I just don't think the light was on for Feaster last year. I mean, you could watch him on kick returns and how hesitant he was bringing the ball out. I mean, he never really tried to open it up and use that speed. He hesitated too much. He danced around a little too much trying to return the ball. It wasn't there for him last year. And maybe after a year of adjustments, he will be there now. Because I think of the running backs, he's clearly, to me, the most talented guy. It's just a matter of, is he picking up, first of all, pass protection, stuff like that.
The biggest issue he had was pass protection, yes.
Is he picking up with that? Is he picking up the offense? Is he learning to adjust to the speed of college ball? Is he learning to not be so hesitant? I still think it's Fuller's to lose, like you. I think Fuller is going to have a pretty good year this year. I actually think if Kelly Bryant is the starting quarterback, Fuller will have a very good year. Because I think if Kelly Bryant is the starter, and I like pointing back to the Russell Athletic Bowl, Clemson versus Oklahoma, where we saw Jeff Scott and Tony Elliott for the first time in action as the co-offense coordinators.
Right.
And what they did to change that offense and fit it around Cole Stout. I think if Kelly Bryant is the quarterback, you're going to see a completely different offense than you're used to. It's going to be a very read option, run the ball type of offense. It's going to be very run heavy. I think they're going to utilize Kelly Bryant's legs, and I think that opens things up for Fuller to run the ball or whoever it is at running back. But yeah, I tend to think Fuller will be the starter at running back. I'm still leaning Zerrick Cooper at quarterback. I watching the spring game, and I know you really can't take much from the spring game, but that second half, Zerrick Cooper really looked in control of the offense, and he looked really good. Obviously, I'm not there for the practices, but if I had to go out tomorrow, I think I would have Zerrick Cooper at quarterback.
I don't know that I'm quite there. I thought that before the spring game. I'm still waiting to see more from him. He looks great in warm-ups. He looks phenomenal. I mean, I watched him. I spent more time watching Zerrick Cooper this past year in the warm-ups at games than I did watching Deshaun Watson because I wanted to get a better look at what the future might be, and I thought, ooh, boy.
If you want an offense similar to what you saw under Deshaun Watson, I think Zerrick Cooper is your guy.
I would agree with that. Absolutely, I would. 803-978-1832, Clemson Sports Talk, back in 3, Fox Sports Radio, iHeart Radio, and live on ClemsonSportsTalk.com.
Cottingham Family Dentistry is proud to announce the opening of their new office located at 3722 Devine Street, and they're welcoming new patients. What makes Cottingham Family Dentistry different? It's in the name, family. They will cater to your needs and the dental needs of your children. Cottingham Family Dentistry offers same-day crowns, dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, including whitening, veneers, and tooth-colored fillings, and many other dental services. If you're searching for an amazing dental home, call 776-4234 or stop by their new office at 3722 Devine Street and become a part of the family at Cottingham Family Dentistry.
Hi, I'm Alicia Kaufman Quinton. My daddy, Billy Kaufman, opened Kaufman's Meat Plant at our present location in 1955. My family still works hard every day to ensure fresh quality cuts of beef, pork, and poultry. How about a tasty T-bone, ribeye, or New York strip steak? But to order at Kaufman's Meat & Place. Just look for the signs near the intersection of US 1 and I-20 in Lexington. Call us at 356-0076 to place your order. Kaufman's Meat & Place, when you want the very best your money can buy.
It's raining women at South Carolina's #1 spot for adult entertainment, Platinum West. Stand back. The ladies of Platinum West are going to electrify your senses with the most intense adult entertainment in the Deep South. Stop by 7 days a week for the finest in adult entertainment and a daily happy hour from 4 to 8 p.m. Platinum West offers a full bar with all your favorite mixed drinks and a full kitchen serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Buy a bottle of bubbly and spend some time chilling in our champagne suites. Ask a host or hostess for a tour. Want free admission? There are several ways. Bring your military ID 7 days a week and get in free. Bring a hotel key from any local hotel and get in free. Or bring your ticket stub after an event and get in free. Club hours Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 6 a.m. And Sundays, 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. On Facebook at Platinum West. Platinum West. Platinum West. Platinum West.
Do you want a pharmacy that treats you like a person and not just a number? Then let Craig and Lori at Southlake Drug show you what a pharmacy should be. Fast, friendly, and professional. Southlake Drug can transfer your prescriptions and take the hassle out of getting your medicine and getting you on your way. Southlake Drug takes all major insurance programs, including Medicare, Medicaid, and state employees, and they provide immunization services, including flu shots with no wait and no appointment. Southlake Drug, 1856 Southlake Drive in the Food Line Shopping Center, 399-7701, or southlakedrug.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to foxsportsradio1400.com/rules. Welcome back to Clemson Sports Talk. Join the show now at 978-1832 or text 803-450-0086.
Say it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, have a good time.
Beach music hits, Clemson Sports Talk, L_town, Flo hanging out with us over on ClemsonSports.slack. You can get to that through our website, ClemsonSportsTalk.com. Click join the conversation and be a part of what we're doing. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us here on the show tonight in the live show area over there. It's a lot of fun, lots of conversation. Speaking of conversations, we opened the show talking about a little wrestling here, and Clemson Craig, our resident NBA fan, wrote and said, I never thought I would wish for NBA talk, but ... So there you go. I appreciate Craig and everything he does to support the program. Of course, the Atlantic Coast Conference has their media days going on July the 13th and 14th up at the Westin in Charlotte. I'll be making my way up there for the morning sessions and returning potentially to host the show, or depending on Lowell the intern schedule, I may actually host the show from Radio Row there in the evenings up in Charlotte. Should be a lot of fun coming up in a couple of weeks. Don't forget about, speaking of a couple of weeks out, how about our brand new website? It's going to be refreshed. You're not going to believe the direction Clemson Sports Talk is going. It's one of the reasons we wanted to integrate this new Slack channel for you to chat with. I think, Lowell, wait for it, I think the days of a forum-style message board are gone. I think too many people are on their phones. I think that the future of messages is live, integrated into your cellular device. And that's why we created the Slack channel over on Clemson Sports Talk, because I couldn't find a great chat room, and this gives us that. So, again, I want you to head over to ClemsonSportsTalk.com, click join the conversation, and be a part of the show. 803-978-1832. 803-978-1832. Lowell, can we talk about young coaches in college football history? Can we talk about young coaches in college football history?
We can.
Would that be okay with you?
I'm good with it.
Well,
I'm sure Craig would be good with it, too.
I think about this, too. And Danny Ford, not listed, okay, on this list, but did win a national championship when he was 33 and was the youngest still to ever win a national championship. So how you make a list of coaches who are in a situation like Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma, and not even mention Danny Ford, who won a national title at the age of 33, I don't know. But others on that list, of course, include names like Lane Kiffin, who was the first. My computer just glitched. That's not good. Lincoln Riley takes over. They got Nuke Rockne. Can you please say it? Rockne. Thank you, Lowell. Appreciate that. On the list as well, who I believe took over at Notre Dame when he was just 26 years old. 26 years old, way back when. And I'm trying ever so patiently to get this website to refresh, but it will not. So I may be out of luck here with this topic because I can't give you all the names. Lowell, the intern, may have to help me out. I can't get it to come up. It's almost like it crashed on me. Newt Rockne was 29 when he took over in South Bend. A year after he was hired in 1918, the Irish claimed the first of what the school calls its 5 national championships during Newt Rockne's run. Terry Brennan was 25 when he took over Notre Dame in 1954. Get that. The first season the Irish were number 1 in week 2 and finished 8-1. During his time, Paul Hornung, of course, won the Heisman Trophy, and the Irish broke Oklahoma's 47-game winning streak in 1957. At age 33, Rick Neuheisel, who still looks young, he hosts a show in the mornings on Sirius XM. Rick Neuheisel, at 33, took over at Colorado for head coach Bill McCartney after he retired following the 1994 season. Tom Osborne took over. Wait for it. This is gonna shock you, Lowell, the intern. Tom Osborne took over at Nebraska when he was just 36 years old. That's how young Tom Osborne was when he took over for the Cornhuskers. Lane Kiffin, I mentioned him moments ago, was the first-time FBS head coach at age 33 for the Tennessee Volunteers back in 2009. They say, yes, the marriage ended badly after one season, and Tennessee was not quite the equivalent of Oklahoma. But he had already been, at that point, the head coach out in Oakland. Bud Wilkinson made Oklahoma a national power after taking over the age of 30 back in 1947. But again, Danny Ford pulled it off, taking over at Clemson at the age of 30 in 1979. They say no one would call the Tigers back then a national power, but Clemson was coming off of their second double-digit win in their school's history when they went 11-1 in 1978. But Danny Ford, of course, would lead Clemson to a national title in 1981. Prior to that season, Clemson was 45-60-4 from 1968 to 1977 before Charlie Pell left to go take over at Florida. One of the things I will give Lincoln Riley in this conversation, and I think it is complimentary to, or it's on the same, I think kind of in the same lane as a lot of these other programs we were just talking about. He's taken over a program in a very good situation. He is taking over a program in a better situation than the program in which Dabo Swinney inherited, the program in which Danny Ford inherited. And I can tell you, both of those coaches parlayed early recruiting success in the national championships. And that's where Lincoln Riley's got to continue to win. And if you've been keeping up on social media, Oklahoma not only is winning on the recruiting trail, they have started to win back recruits that they had previously lost. And I don't know if the youthful exuberance or the wow factor of Bob Stoops was wearing off in the latter stages of his career there in Oklahoma before deciding to step away a few weeks ago, or what. But it seems like Bob Stoops was not viewed as the flashy, can't-miss coach anymore. That's what he was. After his first national title in his second year there, his only national title, which happened in his second year there, Bob Stoops was the young, up-and-coming coach. Bob Stoops was the Urban Meyer. Bob Stoops was the guy every kid wanted to go play for. That's where the championships are going to be. And I think, unfortunately for Bob Stoops, 17 years went by, and he didn't win another one. Now you're talking about kids that were growing up, and while Oklahoma was good, they weren't legendary. And he had a chance for them to be legendary. But once that got away from him, and even though they were in the college football playoff just a couple of years ago, I don't know that the brand sold the way it used to. I don't know that Clemson's brand will sell the same in 17 years as the way it does over the next 3 or 4 years following a national championship. And that's why it is so important to continue to find yourself not only in the national championship hunt, but winning titles the way Alabama does. That's the only way you stay relevant for an extended period of time in this sport. You go 17 years without winning a title, there's 17 potential other teams that have one since you got one. And you're just trying to keep up with the Joneses at that point. Hour 2, flip side. Stay with us.
Columbia Office Furniture is the destination for quality new or used office furniture. Preview thousands of new quick ship desks, chairs, workstations, file cabinets, bookcases, conference room furniture, and more at cofsc.com. Then visit our 12,000 square foot showroom at 301 Greystone Boulevard to see, sit in, touch, and feel actual samples before you buy, or browse our huge selection of quality used office furniture. And we offer layout and design services as well as installation. Visit cofsc.com today. Columbia Office Furniture. We furnish solutions.
When you have a need for a plumber, you need it fast and you need it done right. If you're dealing with busted pipes, maybe you need your toilet repaired or you're battling a clogged drain, break free from average service and experience the best with Freedom Plumbing. Call James Carwell and the staff at Freedom Plumbing to get the job done fast, on time, and most importantly, right the first time. Freedom Plumbing, your local 24-hour plumber. Call 803-447-0471 or online at freedom-plumbing.com.
For 28 years, the professional staff of the Hobbs Group and Hobbs Group Advisors has been dedicated to helping others achieve their financial goals by delivering quality, objective financial and accounting solutions to a diverse client base of individuals and businesses all over South Carolina. We offer tax and audit services, bookkeeping, payroll, litigation support, employee benefits, personal financial planning, investment management, and insurance services. Please call us at 803-799-0555 or visit our website, hobbscpa.com, to learn more about our people and services.
If you want a mortgage through a member-owned and community-driven credit union, then Mid-Carolina Credit Union is your choice. Low mortgage rates with personal and local service. MMCU can also help with all your financial needs, like free checking with no minimum balance, auto loans, credit cards, and so much more. Visit MidCarolinaCU.com to find out more.
Mid-Carolina Credit Union, our community, our focus.
Are you a business owner looking to add high-quality staff members? ProRecruits.net is the answer. Here's why ProRecruits.net is better than their competition. ProRecruits.net will guarantee their sales hires for 6 months, or they will replace them for free. ProRecruits.net is also locally owned and has lower pricing compared to the typical new hire contingency fees in the industry. ProRecruits.net offers a tremendous value for your recruiting dollars. Call Chris today at 704-737-9970 and let ProRecruits.net help your business grow.
AutoZone presents Time for a Tune-Up. Performance, fuel economy, engine life. They're all good things that come with giving your car a tune-up. And doing it yourself saves you money. Another one of those good things. And right now, get a $10 AutoZone gift card after mail-in rebate when you buy 4 or more Autolite Iridium XP spark plugs. So visit your local AutoZone. With over 5,000 locations, the right supplies and good advice are just around the corner. Let's get you what you need. See store for restrictions and details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
From the E.F. Martin Heating and Air Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio 1400. WCOS Columbia. Available anywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app.
sports trending now.
Breaking news in the NBA as a reported trade has gone down just 2 days before the NBA draft. The Lakers are sending guard D'Angelo Russell and center Timothy Mozgov to the Brooklyn Nets in exchange for center Brook Lopez and the 27th overall pick in Thursday's selection process. This report coming from the Vertical. This report also adds that the Lakers are likely to take Lonzo Ball of UCLA with the second overall pick in the draft on Thursday. The latest comes to you thanks to TrueCar. With TrueCar, you can find out what other people in your area paid for the same car you're looking for, new or used. Visit TrueCar to enjoy a more confident car buying experience. The Knicks are reportedly listening to offers for forward Kristaps Porzingis. That's according to the Vertical. Phil Mickelson says he split with his caddy Jim Bones Mackay, that is, after working together for 25 years. Phil's brother Tim will be his caddy for the rest of the season. I'm Dan Beyer.
It's time for Clemson Sports Talk with Lawton Swan.
Ready, set, just call me Swanee.
Tiger style. Tiger style.
It is hour number 2. That's prime time right here on Fox Sports Radio and iHeart Radio. Lawton Swan, Lowell the intern, Hat the intern as well, joining the conversation over on our Slack channel. You want to be a part of it, go to ClemsonSportsTalk.com. On the left side, click Join the Conversation. 803-978-1832. At Schumpert_Edward says, Swanee, when is Zamir White supposed to commit? And what are Clemson's chances? Well, Shump, Friday. Chances? Slim, I believe the 27th. What's today? Today is the
20th.
20th. So I believe it's the 27th, if my memory serves me correctly. Let me double check that. June 27th, yes. That's what I'm seeing. June 27th. So that's next Tuesday, then. Nonetheless, Lowell, you shook your head when I said, what are the Tigers' chances? Not feeling good about Zamir White committing to Clemson.
No.
There is some buzz around him. He's out of Laurinburg, Scotland High School, just across the border over towards the eastern side of the state of North Carolina. There is a little buzz about this kid, Zamir White, potentially landing in Chapel Hill with the Tar Heels. But word on the street is there are concerns about how the Tar Heels utilized Elijah Hood, former star running back out of Charlotte Catholic.
As there should be.
As there should be, Lowell says. And even further concerns about the fact that they didn't feed the man the ball. Was that against
South Carolina? That was the opening game of the season a couple of years ago where Elijah Hood ran up and down the field between the 20s.
Yeah.
And then when you got inside the 20, it was like, I can't use them anymore. Let's pull them out.
234 yards rushing or some ridiculous number against South Carolina.
Couldn't get a goal line carry, though.
Yeah, they had the ball at the 2, and he's over there on the bench. I'm like, let's go. Am I in some kind of time warp here? Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that whole thing with Zamir White right now. I think the chances of Clemson landing him, and Lowell, you can double check and see if you can find a different date, but I believe it's the 27th. But the odds that he goes to Clemson right now, I would believe to be slim. The only thing that would make me think maybe Clemson's got a better chance than I believe, and maybe a better chance than you believe, Lowell, and maybe a better chance than most of the pundits believe at this point, is that there hasn't been a lot of movement by Clemson towards any other running backs at this point. It's almost as if this coaching staff is either A, quietly confident that they've got an outside shot and maybe they'll land him, or B, they want to be able to show Zamir White just how valuable they believe he is. And ultimately, one kid is not going to make or break your class. But I will say this about where Clemson is right now on the national rankings in terms of recruiting. If they were to find a way to get a Zamir White to come in and join this 2018 group, let me just tell you, you talk about needing to wear shades because the future's so bright, Lowell. Can you imagine this recruiting class if you get to add that running back behind Trevor Lawrence?
And I think that's the one thing that's keeping Clemson in the race at this point, is the fact that Zamir White, Trevor Lawrence, and Xavier Thomas have all expressed interest in playing together. Kind of the top three guys in the 2018 class.
Pretty close to the top, that's
right,
for sure.
All kind of have talked about wanting to play at the same spot. And so that's what's keeping Clemson in the race at this point. I think he goes to Georgia. I think they're selling him on the fact that they've churned out running backs. And they sort of have. But, I think he's a Bulldog.
When you think about Georgia and their ability to recruit the running back spot, it's almost insanity how good they have been. Whether you're talking about Todd Gurley, whether you're talking about Keith Marshall, whether you're talking about Sony Michel. I mean, the beat
Nick
goes
Chubb.
on and on. Nick Chubb, yeah, the beat goes on and on at Georgia in terms of the running back spot. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I remember when Todd Gurley and Keith Marshall were coming out of high school, and Clemson was after both of them. And it was looking like Todd Gurley was going to go to Georgia. And my thinking was, all right, well, that's okay.
Yeah, we'll get the other one.
We're going to get Keith Marshall. That's all right. They get Todd Gurley. Clemson gets Keith Marshall. Nope.
Marshall goes to Georgia.
They both went to Georgia.
Todd Gurley's out there, and you're going, well, great. If Todd Gurley's at Georgia, well, then you got to know that, I mean, Keith Marshall's already signed or already committed. You got to know Todd Gurley's coming to Clemson at that point. And I remember watching Todd Gurley's commitment video that day, and he goes to Georgia, and I'm like, what is happening? And Dabo Swinney tells a funny story about that day because Dabo called Mark Richt that day, and the two were talking. And Mark Richt was running on a treadmill. And Dabo Swinney tells the story that he got off the phone, turned to his staff and said, well, Todd Gurley's going to Georgia. They said, how do you know? He said, well, because Mark's just jogging on the treadmill. He's calm and cool. And sure enough, Dabo Swinney was right. Now, if you look at, and Lowell, I know you're a big fan of the 247 crystal ball predictions, 92% of those predictions right now have Zamir White from Laurinburg heading to Athens, Georgia, the classic city. So, again, I'd love to see Clemson pull another top-rated running back. I'd love to see this young man be a compliment in the future to Tavian Feaster in Tigertown. But I'm with you. I don't think Clemson, if Clemson wins this one, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. But the biggest thing that makes me go, maybe I'm wrong, is that Clemson's not doing more to pursue other running backs yet. But I think they're trying to show him, look, we're committed. We'll stay in this for the long haul with you. And they know that he's going to make his announcement, and then once he makes his announcement, you're free to maneuver and find other guys if that's what you feel compelled to do.
You know, it's funny. We're talking about the running back situation. I was just thinking about the whole Cordarian Richardson situation.
Right.
The running back from Tennessee who committed to the Tigers and then suddenly changed and went to Maryland, and then on signing day, after saying he was going to Maryland, he flips to UCF. Strange saga that was. But you could have had... That dude was a beast. I mean, what was he? 6 feet, 230 pounds, something like that. I mean, if you get him, you're less worried about Zamir White. Now, and you did get Etienne, the running back from Louisiana,
who a lot of people really like.
They do.
They really like him.
They do. So it's not like you haven't gotten a running back in 3 years. You got Tavian Feaster a few years back. You've got Etienne now. It's just Zamir White is kind of a different breed.
Yeah, he is. What was the comparison we were talking about the other day off the air? I think you read an article and you said, Swanee, they're comparing Travis Etienne to somebody.
Oh, C.J. Spiller.
Was it Spiller?
It was Spiller, yeah. There was an article talking about how Etienne could be the next C.J. Spiller.
I'd be okay with that.
I always wanted to see C.J. Spiller in Clemson's offense now.
Yeah, no kidding, right? I don't know that he's quite as fast as C.J. Spiller, man. C.J. Spiller was. Phew.
I don't know. Now, I don't know.
I remember when you watched his highlights, when we watched the Etienne highlights for the first time, Lowell, the intern over there, having to grab a napkin to wipe his mouth from salivating.
Oh, he's nasty, man. He's not quite as
top end speed.
Well, not even the speed. The shiftiness that Spiller had was what made him so special.
Ooh.
I mean, you talk about cutting on a dime.
Oh, you know what we call that on the video games?
What's that?
Shenanigans.
Oh yeah, got a lot of shenanigans from C.J. Spiller.
Oh man, doesn't he?
I remember in 2006. I think that was the first year of the West End Zone. The first year was operational, like you could go sit in it and stuff like that, or at least the first year I ever sat in it.
Right. I'm with you.
But we were there for that Georgia Tech game,
the
game day game.
Ooh.
When C.J. Spiller caught the pass on the sideline.
Michael Hall.
And Spiller's coming at the West End Zone. And he's
Kenny Scott.
He's bottled in.
Good night.
And it's third down, he's bottled in, and it's like, where's he going to go? There's nowhere for him to go. This was a bad play call on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, whatever it was.
Hey, I want that bad play call to go in the direction this coming year of Tavian Feaster. Yeah.
But I mean, the move that he put on, I guess it was two moves. The two moves that he put on those guys, never seen anything like that in my life. Haven't seen anything quite like that since.
Kenny Scott.
Michael Hall, see ya. Kenny Scott, goodbye.
Good night. Whatever. Well, man. Beautiful.
What
insane. A game. I mean, when you watch that kid play, and I think this is where I've been spoiled, and I think this is where so many Clemson Tiger fans have been spoiled in recent years, simply because of the fact that you watch C.J. Spiller and you thought to yourself, man, I'll never see another. This is a generational player. Like, I thought, I really thought I was going to push up daisies. I thought I was going to be long since gone from this earth before Clemson ever saw a player that I would say was a better football player than C.J. Spiller. I mean, I believe that. I believe that. I didn't have a clue that this dude, Deshaun Watson, was going to come waltzing into the door and just blow my mind. Athleticism-wise, again, C.J. Spiller would still be. If you said to me, hey, Swanee, who's the most athletic player you've ever seen? I'd probably have to. That's where C.J. Spiller would fall now. But the best player I've ever seen, DW4. And I don't even think it's close. I've never seen a kid with the intestinal fortitude when the chips are down, when you're in trouble, injured, backs against the wall, whatever phrase you want to put on it, give him the ball. You give me Deshaun Watson in the football and a chance to win a game, and I believe we're going to go out and win it.
Well, I mean, even before Deshaun Watson, it was Sammy Watkins.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because Sammy Watkins, let's see, I guess there was a 2-year gap between when CJ left and Sammy showed up, 2011, right?
Yep.
So CJ Spiller goes out, and it's like, never see that again.
God, you see CJ in the ACC championship game trying to will Clemson.
Oh, single-handedly.
To a victory over Georgia
Had to go
Tech.
get a shot in his foot at halftime.
You watch that game, and you just, I mean, your heart just rips out for C.J. Spiller because he's laying it on the line.
That's the first time I've ever seen a guy win MVP and he didn't win the game. I mean, that's what kind of game it was. C.J. Spiller won MVP of the ACC Championship and Clemson lost.
There were no punts in that game, if I remember correctly.
I don't think so, because I think there was a fourth down that failed, or a couple fourth downs that failed,
No
couple
punts.
turnovers. No punts, no. But, I mean, yeah, C.J. Spiller goes out. Well, never see that again. Bye.
Yeah, you'll never see a player like that. Boy,
Here comes Sammy Watkins.
Yep.
Breaks C.J. Spiller's all-purpose yardage record for a game.
Sammy Watkins ran over that Swan dude at Georgia, and I went, ooh, this kid's next level, baby.
Well, I mean, that Maryland game in 2011 at Maryland, that was the game where he broke Spiller's record for all-purpose yards in a game.
God.
I mean, the
We're
kick
down.
return.
Clemson's getting crushed, and Taj Boyd hits him on a little fade to the corner, and you're going, ooh.
And they did that about 2 or 3 times, because I think they did it for a 2-point conversion or something too. But then the kick return, touchdown. One guy goes out. You think you're never going to see it again. C.J. Spiller, Sammy Watkins, Deshaun Watson. And the way Clemson's recruiting, you're going to see another one.
Is this where I'm supposed to say Trevor Lawrence?
I wasn't going to go there, but you can go there.
Is that where I'm supposed to go with this?
You know, no pressure or anything, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, no kidding.
You only have to be the next DW4, that's all.
You think about those Clemson Tiger teams and how they scored back then, man.
Oh, defense was atrocious to watch, but the offense was a lot of fun.
You actually made me pull out the Google machine. I had to Google.
Your offense got a lot of opportunities because the defense was giving up busts left and right.
Sammy Watkins, 89 yards. Holy cow. I love when a guy's running, and he's running so fast that he's almost perfectly, I don't know, in stride with the timing of the film or whatever it is. Like he looked like he was floating on the final 35 yards of that kick return.
Well, and I go back to that Auburn game, which was really Sammy Watkins' breakout game. Like, he had the nice touchdown against Troy, but that was Troy, right?
Yeah.
And then you face Auburn the next week, and he catches a little hitch pattern, like 5 or 6 yards, turns around, there's 2 guys around him, leaves them in the dust, and takes it to the house. And that was the first time you're really starting to believe the Sammy Watkins hype.
Man, he's something else. That's all I know. He was so fun to watch it. You know, that's where I get frustrated sometimes when these guys aren't successful at the NFL level, because I've seen their work. I know what they can do, and it drives me nuts to see, like, communities be so critical of those guys. Yeah, I'm looking at that Auburn game. Oh,
I blame Buffalo for all poor NFL careers coming from Clemson.
Dude, I forgot about the route against
Florida State.
Yeah, Sluggo.
Oh, the little
slant
the
and
little
go.
fake slant and go. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that one until it just came across the screen. You're right, though. You talk about a guy who, you know, put himself on the map pretty early in his career, Sammy Watkins. I remember thinking, honestly, when Sammy was there, I thought, well, you know what? I didn't think I'd ever see another guy as good as Spiller, and I just did.
Well, and I thought it was going to be Mike Bellamy.
Oh.
I thought that was going to be the...
Stop it. Now you're teasing the listener,
because,
Lowell.
I mean, you remember what he said in high school.
Oh.
I'm coming to break all of CJ's records.
Oh. How good was that kid going to be?
Oh. He was going to be something else.
Got to keep it right in between your ears, man. You got to do the right things off the field. Give Dabo credit. Dabo sat him in that ACC championship game. I mean,
him and
just like Deion Kane, sitting Kane for the entire college football playoff.
Him and Martavis.
I'm watching Sammy Watkins highlights. Good gravy. You know what? You watch a Sammy Watkins, Taj Boyd highlight, you'll think Deshaun Watson didn't have any wide receivers out there on the field with him, and he only had a guy named Mike Williams who was incredible all year. Sammy was on another stratosphere in terms of his athleticism and speed at wideout. We're back in 3.
Our customers receive the best heating and air conditioning service in South Carolina. Hi, I'm Tim Mosley, and I can make that statement because that's what our customers tell us every day. We call it quality confirmed. Call us at 803-233-7172, and we'll call you when the job is done to confirm we met your expectations. That's quality confirmed. We're Carolina Conditions, and we're committed to meeting your expectations. 803-233-7172. Call us at 803-233-7172.
Need custom shirts, hats, or uniforms? How about promotional giveaways for your business or organization? Need fast turnaround times? Look no further than Meridian Printing and Promotions. Located in Lexington, they provide an in-house art department, in-house screen printing, and in-house embroidery services to the Midlands and beyond. For the absolute best quality products and services, contact Meridian Printing and Promotions, 785-4990. Check them out online, mbspromo.com.
Do you ever hear an ad you'd like to call about, but don't have a way to write down the number or website? Well, now there's an easy way to make that call. Pound 250. When you hear an ad using Pound 250, all you need to remember is the keyword mentioned in the ad. And then, on your mobile phone, dial Pound 250 and say the keyword when prompted. It's fast, easy, and you'll be directed immediately to the company. Pound 250. Only at iHeart Media. All you need to remember is the keyword.
Introducing the new Lucky Charms Shake at Burger King. It's a mix of hand-spun vanilla-flavored soft serve, tasty bits of Lucky Charms cereal, and memories of watching Saturday morning cartoons in your PJs. The new Lucky Charms Shake at Burger King. Relive your childhood in a cup. Maybe it's the magical marshmallow pieces flying up your straw. Maybe it's the magically delicious taste. Whatever the reason, it's a good reason to head over to a Burger King restaurant and try one now. Only at Burger King. Also, try the Fruit Loop Shake now at Burger King. Shakes available for a limited time only. Participation varies.
Stay on top of today's pop culture. Ace and TJ Mornings and today's hit music all day on 104.7 WNOK.
I'm a girl watcher, watching girls go by. My. I'm a girl watcher.
Clemson Sports Talk, Lawton Swan across from me, Lowell the intern. I'm watching Sammy Watkins highlight videos. I would make the argument maybe he's the greatest route runner in Clemson football history in terms of wide out. I mean, that when I'm watching this, Lowell, that's the separation I'm seeing. I mean, his ability to sell a little pump and go, a little sluggo route. I mean, there's so much of his ability down the field in the space he created was just sheer route running ability. Disgusting, man. Better than Nuke Hopkins, who I think is probably the most talented go up and get it wide out Clemson's ever had. Mike Williams would be challenging for that, though. Mike Williams was kind of a combo, a little bit of both of those guys. That's what I think I really liked about Mike Williams. Kind of reminded me at times of both, but the brilliance of Sammy Watkins' route running, wow. That's something else. Join the show, ClemsonSportsTalk.com. Cleveland man hanging out with us. 803-978-1832 is the number. Cleveland man, what's up, buddy?
Good afternoon to the National Championship Sports Talk Radio Show, baby.
Thank you, sir.
You know, I wonder why these North Carolina all-time running backs, they usually go to Georgia. You got Marshall, Gurley, now this guy. What's going on with that? They can't even stay in North Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I tell you, it's amazing how many of these guys have made their way to the Georgia Bulldogs. They just let me ask you this, because I know you remember him all too well. Is it possible that a name like Herschel Walker still sells guys to come play football there and be the running back?
Yes. That was the best running back in college I've ever seen. I mean, he would dive over people, run over people. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about C.J. Spiller, I remember that Thursday night. Clemson shut out Calvin Johnson. He broke his record for Georgia Tech, remember? And C.J. Spiller was coming down the sideline. He jucked two guys and went straight on to the end zone. And I used to love Pete Yanity calling his plays. You know, most running backs, they'll break when he's at the 10-20. All Yanity say, there he goes. You're not going to catch him.
Right.
I would love to hear him. I'll be sitting down, you know, sometime I can't get to the game. I'm listening on the radio. It's like, here goes Spiller. He's at 20. There he goes. You're not going to catch him, Lawton.
Hey, the good news is, Cleveland, man, occasionally, like for this, I don't know, the Kent State game won't do it, but if Clemson plays any of these games that end up not being on the primetime television, you get you a little Pete Yanity every once in a while.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? I want you to look out for Fuller this year. Fuller's a hard running back. Nobody's good. They're talking about the other guy. I'm putting my money on Fuller this year, C.J. Fuller.
Yeah.
He has great hands. He can run hard. He's going to be a beast, man.
He is, and he's a big kid, too. You're right about that, Cleveland, man.
Right, man.
I like him. I tell you, he came about, Lowell the intern, would you agree with me here, about this close? About a smidgen, I think, as they say, from breaking the final kickoff of that national championship game to the house.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm so sorry. I know Tavis left. He should have stayed, man. But I guess he wanted to fall. He almost break a couple of touchdown returns. You know, he brought Clemson back in that Louisville game with that 72-yard one. Remember?
Yeah.
Man, boy, I tell you, Clemson is still loaded, though, Lawton. I won't give up on I think we got a chance to go back to the playoffs.
Well, we shall see, man. It's a lot of football, but I can tell you they got a good chance. I kind of agree with you. Got to have the ball bounce your way, though, Cleveland, man. Got to have the ball bounce your way. Appreciate the phone call. Always good to hear from Cleveland, man, here on Clemson Sports Talk. Lowell, he talked about, several different topics there, but Artavis Scott leaving and turning pro early. I got to admit, the offense is different. The way Scott got the ball is unique a lot of times. It wasn't always in the downfield passing game, but you still rack up receiving yardage for it. I agree. I think that Artavis Scott could have absolutely come back to this team and increased his draft stock if he had played another year.
Yeah, here's the thing. And if I was Artavis Scott, this is sort of the way I would be thinking about this. I came in with Deshaun Watson and Wayne Gallman and, and I've graduated. I've won 2 ACC titles. I just won a national championship, played in another one. Don't really have anything left to prove at this point. And here's the other thing. You have so many guys that are going to play that position at wide receiver this year. Cornell Powell can play there.
Yes.
Amari Rodgers can play there. Ray McLeod can play that spot. I don't necessarily think that his draft stock would have gone up any higher than it was. That's just what I think. You couple that with the fact that he's already graduated, he has a national championship. I think he was kind of thinking it was just time to move on.
Lowell the intern, Lawton Swan, hanging out with you here. Speaking of draft stock, Lowell, the NBA draft coming up, and lots of movement going on in the NBA, not just in terms of the draft and Philadelphia moving up to get the number 1 pick from the Boston Celtics, the Celtics dropping back to number 3, the Lakers and the Nets making a move today, the Lakers acquiring Brook Lopez in the 27th pick, with giving up Timothy Mozgov and D'Angelo Russell going across the country. The Pacers and the Lakers are in conversations for a trade. Just all kinds of rumors and speculations. That one was for, of course, Paul George. I've seen people that think LeBron might be headed out west to L.A. It's just nuts what's going on. Your boy Jimmy Butler's name's been tossed around to Cleveland. Your boy Jimmy Butler's name's been tossed around to Los Angeles. The NBA, can I give it credit for this, for those people that hate the NBA? I think it has the best offseason of any league.
Oh, the NBA, it's like TNT. They know drama, man.
I mean, everywhere you turn, there's a rumor and a speculation and a possible trade. Teams moving up, teams moving down, guys going across the country, guys opting out to sign for less to try to keep their teams together. The NFL has nothing on this. I can't think of a time where the NFL moves it as hard and as heavy as the NBA does in terms of getting itself all squared away for the draft. And when you can start putting in draft picks in on it, I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it.
Yeah, I know you're kind of a Laker guy here.
Kind of a Laker guy, that's fair.
Yeah, remember when I told you that their contract to Timofey Mozgov was possibly the worst deal of the offseason? Apparently they now agree.
Well, and it's not anymore. It's not their problem anymore.
No, and apparently they shed something like $54 million off of their cap space by getting rid of Mozgov.
As we're clearing room for the king.
Yeah, you ain't getting the king.
You guys think the super team is in Golden State. You're going to find out it is in Golden State. It just happens to be in Los Angeles.
You ain't getting the king. You might get Paul George.
Here's what we're doing. We're getting the king. We're bringing in Paul George. We're getting us Chris Paul.
Is that what's happening? Jimmy Butler, too?
Yep, we're making the move on Butler.
Heck,
Kyrie.
Kevin Durant's about to be an unrestricted free agent. You can make a run at him.
Well, he's going to play for it. He'll be on our bench. He's a backup for us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a backup for us. Thursday, the 22nd, 7 o'clock, the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. The NBA draft gets underway. The draft is not great because after about the first 8 picks, they start drafting foreign guys I never heard of. But the postseason and trades and maneuvering around to make your cap room and everything fit, it's, as they used to say, fantastic. When we get back here on the show that shakes the Southland, short drive down the Ferry Chevrolet Cadillac for the College Sports Corner.
With so many music apps out there, ever wonder which one is the best? It's iHeartRadio. Not because we say so, because you do.
iHeartRadio!
iHeartRadio is the #1 rated music app in America. It's the only one with live radio, artist stations, and an unlimited selection of music. All in one app. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free. Download the free iHeartRadio app or listen at iHeartRadio.com.
The Party at the Farm is back. Every Wednesday night in June at the Music Farm in the Vista. June 21st, it's Granger Smith. If the boot fits. And Christian Bush. Granger Smith, Christian Bush. The Party at the Farm, it's free and powered by Evan Williams Peach, Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey, and Molina Healthcare's Workout Wednesdays. VIP tickets now at 97.5 WCOS.com.
Tiger fans, look no further than the Tiger Sports Shop in Clemson for all your game day gear. Since 1974, they've brought you everything Clemson for the Clemson fan, with quality brand names such as Nike, Under Armour, Antigua, Ping, and many more. From hats to t-shirts to tailgate, the Tiger Sports Shop has all the Clemson apparel a true Tiger fan needs. With 2 convenient game day locations in Tigertown, shop where I shop at I Am Ibrahim's Tiger Sports Shop. They fuel the passion of Tiger fans everywhere. Check them out online, tigersports.com.
Business owners, have you had to let your last couple of sales hires go because they were not making quota year one? Want to add high-quality staff members? ProRecruits.net is the answer. Here's why. ProRecruits.net will guarantee their sales hires for 6 months, or they will replace them for free. ProRecruits.net has lower pricing compared to the typical new hire contingency fees in the industry. ProRecruits.net offers a tremendous value for your recruiting dollars. Call 704-737-9970 and let ProRecruits.net help your business grow.
Introducing the new Lucky Charms Shake at Burger King. It's a mix of hand-spun vanilla-flavored soft serve, tasty bits of Lucky Charms cereal, and memories of watching Saturday morning cartoons in your PJs. The new Lucky Charms Shake at Burger King. Relive your childhood in a cup. Maybe it's the magical marshmallow pieces flying up your straw. Maybe it's the magically delicious taste. Whatever the reason, it's a good reason to head over to a Burger King restaurant and try one now. Only at Burger King. Also, try the Fruit Loop Shake now at Burger King. Shakes available for a limited time only. Participation varies.
The showers and thunderstorms will wind down overnight. There will be some clearing, and the lows will be in the mid-70s. Tomorrow, a lot of clouds, not too many showers, and highs topping out in the low 80s. For Channel 25 ABC Columbia, I'm Chief Meteorologist John Farley.
This report is brought to you by Fred Anderson Toyota of Columbia.
Brett Anderson, Toyota of Columbia, wants to give a big thank you to our customers for making us #1 in Toyota customer service in the state of South Carolina. Our product specialists are always ready to assist you before, during, and after the sale. Stop by Brett Anderson, Toyota of Columbia, and see why we're #1.
Welcome back to Clemson Sports Talk. Join the show in the chat room at clemsonsportstalk.com.
Sand in my shoes. That's where I need to be. A little sand in my shoes. Speaking of sand in my shoes, I'm not going to be at the beach, but I am going to take a couple of days off this week. We'll be on the air, though. Lowell, the intern, Zach Lentz will be coming in from the Orangeburg Times and Democrat. Those two guys will be hosting the show together. I'll be on Watch Fox 57 tomorrow with the Solid Orange program. You know, Lowell, we've never talked about this before, but maybe Courtney King over at Watch Fox might be interested in having a little Lowell the intern on Solid Orange every once in a while. Now, you understand you probably have to shave a little bit.
Speaking of shaving.
Yes.
By the way.
Yes.
The people cannot see, but you can clearly see this has been cut down significantly.
Didn't notice.
Of course not.
Didn't notice at all. O-line chiming in via the Ocean Reef Resort text line. He says, Swanee, you're talking Sammy Watkins, one of the biggest busts in the NFL since Ryan Leaf. He says Hopkins has him beat in the frontal lobe. Thinks Hopkins is smarter than Sammy Watkins. I don't know about that, but I know this. They're both pretty talented wide receivers. Hopkins has definitely had the better career. Hopkins has had a career that's nearly unparalleled in the history of the NFL.
Hopkins hasn't had a quarterback yet.
And he's got a career that the only wideout that arguably has been better in his first, 4 or 5 years in the league, if you look at the numbers of it all, was the great Randy Moss. That doesn't seem right when you think about the fact that Hopkins hasn't had a really good quarterback, but that's the number. It's ridiculous. 803-978-1832. 803-978-1832. We were talking yesterday, Lowell. Clemson's basketball team got a new hire. I don't know if you saw the news about Coach Reynolds Dean coming down from Rhode Island to be a part of the program.
Yeah, I heard that was in the works.
And they finally got everything squared away and finalized. He's going to make, I believe the number was $190,000 a year. Why am I not coaching basketball, Lowell? Why are you not coaching basketball, Lowell?
Baseball's where the money is.
Can you get your boy Pat Kelsey on the line and get hooked up with a little internship? I mean, I'm just thinking out loud here.
I may be able to do that.
Yesterday on the show, though, I said this. If you get a one and done, that's fantastic. But go get a guy who can go after his sophomore year to the NBA. Like, I don't think you have to have a one and done to be an elite level program, but I do think you got to get some two and dones mixed in there. Uncle Mac chiming in. He says, is it safe to say the only way our basketball team could get a one and done is if he came in as a senior with only 1 year of eligibility? I think that might be fair at this point, Lowell. That might be fair. Nonetheless, Lowell, our good friends at Ferry Chevrolet, that's why I love our listeners. Our good friends at Ferry Chevrolet Cadillac asked us to take a short drive down to Orangeburg for the College Sports Corner. And Lowell, the intern, is the man who always delivers the sultry tunes behind the College Sports Corner.
Clemson Sports Talk presents the College Sports Corner, brought to you by Ferry Chevrolet Cadillac. Just a short drive down I-26 at exit 145A in Orangeburg. Now, CST reporter Lawton Swan.
803-978-1832. Lowell, the intern, the College Sports Corner. It's always a fun part of the show for me. Getting a chance for you to look in the hermetically sealed envelope and dish on the topics, and I get to sit back, relax, and react to the conversation. Topic 1, Lowell.
Well, former Tennessee head coach Philip Fulmer has been hired by Tennessee as special advisor to the president for community, athletics, and university relations. In this role, he will serve as an ambassador for the university system at community and athletic events, support intercollegiate athletic programs at Tennessee campuses in Knoxville, Chattanooga, and Martin, and work with Tennessee government relations and alumni affairs leadership to advocate for the statewide system with elected officials and Tennessee alumni. New role for Philip Fulmer at Tennessee. It seems like a lot.
Well, here's the thing. He is a incredible ambassador for that program. He is still, I think, in terms of active, living, former people associated with that program, the most notable one. And I think he truly loves Tennessee. And if I can make a little comparison here, and I know it's not quite the same, but let's think about Jack Leggett for a minute. Leggett's still around the program. He's still in the Clemson area. And if he doesn't take a head coaching job somewhere else, I think you can imagine that he'll ride out his days in and around Clemson. So in 10, 15 years from now, this would be a similar situation to giving Jack Leggett another role in the athletic department, maybe closely tied to the baseball program in some respects. And that's not going to do anything but enhance your program. It's too soon to do it now, just like it would have been too soon to do this a couple of years after Tennessee and Philip Fulmer went their separate ways. But he's a guy that wants to be a part of that community and deserves to be a part of that community. I think it's a great deal. I think it is a perfect deal. I think it's right on par with what Florida's done with Steve Spurrier. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Last week, Lincoln Riley, who we have discussed at length today, made a major move on the recruiting trail by flipping a recruit from Texas to the Sooners.
Yep. Okay.
This week, he's made another big move, stealing a 4-star running back out of the state of Ohio. They added today Tavion Thomas, 4-star running back, 6'2", 225 pounds. He is the number 256 overall player, number 18 running back, and the number 1 running back from the state of Ohio. So making a big move, able to get him away from a program like Ohio State. That's a big win for Lincoln Riley.
It's really the exact same thing Clemson's trying to do with Jackson Carman there in the state of Ohio as well. Go into Ohio, still a player. That's the thing that I think Lincoln Riley's bringing to Oklahoma that was kind of missing in the latter stage of the Bob Stoops era. I don't know that Bob Stoops' name sold, as I mentioned earlier, the way it did in 2001. Even though they'd been good, I don't know that it sold the same as it did. I think a fresh-faced 33-year-old Lincoln Riley with a high-octane offense sells to recruits. And I think you're seeing that. They're winning now. And it's about the change. 803-978-1832. Final segment, Tuesday edition, right after this.
Hi, I'm Alicia Kaufman-Quinton. My daddy, Billy Kaufman, opened Kaufman's Meat Plant at our present location in 1955. My family still works hard every day to ensure fresh quality cuts of beef, pork, and poultry. How about a tasty T-bone, ribeye, or New York strip steak? But to order at Kaufman's Meat and Place. Just look for the signs near the intersection of US 1 and I-20 in Lexington. Call us at 356-0076 to place your order. Kaufman's Meat & Place, when you want the very best your money can buy.
Love it raw? For the freshest sushi in town, Sakatumi Grill and Sushi Bar, 807 Gervais Street in the Vista. Sakatumi's flavorful grill for non-sushi fans features the Kobe burger, filet and lobster, chicken hibachi, and more. Fresh sushi, flavorful grill, Sakatumi Grill and Sushi Bar, sakifresh.com.
Hi, my name is Donald Kidwell, current owner of CrossFit Iron Mary's. After finding CrossFit in 2012, I lost 128 pounds. At CrossFit Iron Mary's, you're not a barcode, you're an actual person. Where you are now is not important. Where you want to be is. 3 locations to reach your fitness goals in Columbia: the Old Mill in Lexington, Trotter Road in West Columbia, and downtown near the Carolina Baseball Stadium. Check us out online at CrossFitIronMarys.com or give us a call at 803-414-9601. Set up your first set of free classes today at CrossFit Iron Mary's, 803-414-9601.
Allergy sufferers are hearing a lot of numbers these days about symptoms and relief, but the number sufferers want most is 0, as in 0 nasal allergy symptoms. And nothing gets you closer to 0 than Nasacort. Because unlike antihistamines that stop only one cause of your allergy symptoms, Nasacort stops more. And stopping more gets you closer to 0. For 24-hour relief of your worst nasal allergy symptoms, including congestion, choose Nasacort. It stops more of what makes you miserable. Use as directed.
Looking to get away without having to spend a whole day traveling to your destination? Ocean Reef Resort offers 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom accommodations with the comforts of home and boasts the best oceanfront views. Experience not only our pools, hot tubs, and lazy river, but also our delicious on-site banana boat lounge and cafe, family game room, fitness center, banquet facilities, and much more. Visit us at oceanreefmyrtlebeach.com or call us at 1-866-935-0530 to learn more.
For more information about contests on this station, go to foxsportsradio1400.com/rules. Welcome back to Clemson Sports Talk. Join the show in the chat room at clemsonsportstalk.com.
What have you done for me lately? It's a fair question. Just don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Don't forget history. Lucky for us at Clemson, the answer to the questions, what have you done for me lately, and what have you done always, are the same. We win.
Weeknights, 6 to 8 p.m., Fox Sports Radio, iHeart Radio, Clemson, SportsTalk.com, home of the 2016 National Champion Tigers. Lowell, how you like your new Clemson Sports Talk swag? You know, we've got a lot of people that support us over on our Patreon site. You can learn more about that, ClemsonSportsTalk.com. Click live, and I believe it's over there on that page. But all of those members, all those supporters who donate more than $10 a month get a free Clemson Sports Talk t-shirt. I got to tag them and bag them, as they say, and send them out to everybody here in the next couple of days. Lowell, I brought you yours. I brought your father. No, I forgot. Sorry, Dirk. Got to upgrade you. Lowell said I got a shirt too small for you. So I'm going to have to get your dad a little bit larger version. But, although your dad's not a large man by any means, he's just a big guy. What do you think of the new Clemson Sports Talk t-shirt? Is that your first time seeing one, or had you seen the... Had I teased it to you?
Yeah, you had showed me like an initial design. Yeah.
How'd it come out?
Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I gave one to LJ Smith, who is Vice President of Programming here at iHeart Media. And he goes, "Did you design that?" I said, "Yes, sir." So he was like, "Well, when your radio gig goes bad, you can do graphics then. You can do T-shirts." No, I didn't say that. But he did. He's like, "Man, did you design that?" I said, "Yes, sir, I did."
I've got a lot of Clemson Sports Talk gear in studio tonight. You didn't even announce what shirt I was wearing, first of all.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudy.
Got the Rudy Was Offside shirt on. Had the Clemson Sports Talk hoodie on. And now I have the National Championship Clemson Sports Talk shirt. So I'm repping Clemson Sports Talk tonight.
You know, a question that we put out yesterday on our Slack channel, clemsonsports.slack.com, was, and by the way, to get that invite code, go over to our website, clemsonsportstalk.com, and click Join the Conversation. When you think about Clemson football, what is the most iconic person, item, moment, whatever, that you initially think of? And I think this is a talking point that we can get into tomorrow with more people, and we'll give you a day to marinate on it. So don't feel compelled to tweet to me right now or text me right now, but you can via the Ocean Reef Resort text line, 803-450-0086. But this is what we'll send you away with today. When you think about Clemson football, what is the most iconic person, item, moment, whatever, that you initially think of? Lowell, for me, my initial thought, and I don't want to, go inception on you and plant a seed, but I thought of Howard's Rock. That was the thing that I just kept coming back to. Howard's Rock.
That's the first thing that pops into my mind would be Howard's Rock.
Because I think if you think about it, there's a lot. Orange Jack says, and you don't have to give me yours. These are ones that are already posted over on our page. Go to ClemsonSportsTalk.com, click Join the Conversation. Orange Jack says the paw. That's the first thing that pops into his mind when he thinks Clemson football. L_Town Flow says walking down the stands, selling Coke bottles, and watching C.J. Spiller bust open a touchdown run against FSU. I'm digging that. Well, you kind of feel like Howard's Rock as well, though.
Yeah. That's. I don't quite know why. I mean, I guess it just has to do with. It's just kind of at the center of everything. It's just kind of at the center of Clemson's entire football history.
I think, too, the hill probably is going to be a little bit underrated by people because of the rock. Although the two kind of go...
They go together.
They go hand in hand. I do wonder how many people... Because if you think about some of the promotional videos and stuff that Clemson puts out, you do get that, the hill, the rock, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? You get that buzz from selling Clemson or the selling of Clemson Tiger football. The hill, the rock, the paw, says it all, whatever. But I did start thinking about that. Like, what is that thing for people that really stands out for them? So we'll ask more people on social media to hit us up tomorrow. We'll potentially talk about anybody else that posts over on our Slack page. Again, ClemsonSportsTalk.com. Click Join the Conversation to get in on that fun. Lots of Tiger fans already over there having a good time talking about so many different topics. I did learn something, though, Lowell the intern, that I did not know about our channel. I kept posting what I thought were compelling topics, and nobody was responding. Nobody could see them. I didn't have those boards open to everybody. So I have learned a little bit from the channel. The great thing is, if you have the app on your phone, man, it's a mobile chat functionality is really, really good. Checking the final topics, Lowell, you mentioned Philip Fulmer. Did you see the news today coming out about the girl that was on Last Chance U, Brittany Wagner? Remember, she was kind of you watched Last Chance U, right, with East Mississippi Community College? Did you happen to see that there was an incident where apparently tickets that she got or, somebody she was tied to caused an NCAA violation for Kentucky? Brittany Wagner was provided tickets to Kentucky's season opening game against Southern Miss in 2016. Apparently, that was a secondary NCAA violation for Kentucky. According to the Louisville Courier-Journal, it reported that Kentucky receiver Lamar Thomas left tickets for Wagner at will call, which was done at the behest of an unnamed SEC Network commentator. Because Wagner was working for East Mississippi Community College at the time, leaving free tickets for her was a violation.
Can I just say some of these rules are just ridiculous?
The thing is, she's not even a student athlete.
No. It's ridiculous. I mean, where would you even find this in the rule book?
Page 17.
It's silly. I have to say,
Paragraph 4.
She is like the hardest working person I've ever seen in my life.
Well, she's not there anymore.
Yeah, didn't she start her own service or center or something?
I don't know. I talked about this the other day. She left. I don't remember where I said she went, but she did leave East Mississippi Community College. Are you going to watch season 2?
Sure. Yeah.
I thought season 1 was incredible. What was our boy's name? What was the old big boy's name?
You talking about Ollie? Wasn't it Ollie?
Ollie. Ollie. Yeah, you're on it, man. Ollie. Oh, Ollie. That kid was great. She give him, here you go, Ollie. You got to go to the bookstore and get your books. He'd come back with a set of wireless headphones.
Yeah, Ronald Ollie. He's at Nicholls State now.
Ah, okay. Hanging out with our boy Richie Riley. Ronald Ollie and Richie Riley. Okay. Listen, if you ever walk in here, Lowell the intern, with a set of headphones on, like those guys did in her office, I will slap you.
I'm telling you, she's the hardest working human being I've ever seen in my life. That was a lot of work that she had to do, and I felt bad for her at times.
She's single. Are you single?
I am single.
Would you go out with her? If Brittany Wagner asked you out, Lowell, would you turn her down?
No, I would not turn her down. Now, if she's going to ask me if I have a pencil every 5 seconds, I might have to turn her down.
There it is. Lowell the intern. He's out tomorrow. He'll be back Thursday. I'm Lawton Swan. It is 56 after 7. We got to get out of here. As always, y'all take care now. And go Tigers!
Columbia Office Furniture is the destination for quality new or used office furniture. Preview thousands of new quick ship desks, chairs, work